All right, so ladies and gentlemen, take a peek at the new setup. Everything has been redone. I think most of the stuff works. Thank you, Armand. Hopefully everything works out properly. The got some big old letters in our chat now, but we'll see if everything works out as it should. And the first pitch is underway outside. Ball one. Verado out on the mound. The ace for Samsung is basically he's going to give you 6 innings, guys. That's it. As Kim Ju-won lifts that one, that's going to go deep. Kim Sung-yoon at the warning track, and that is one away. You got all my the bat set up, the lineup set up. Thanks to the rain delay and the extra 35 minutes, I was able to actually get everything set up, at least in the horizontal. The vertical, sorry, you guys are without some. You're out without some of the regular stuff you usually get, but tough luck. Let's go that way. There we go. All right, that's going to be ripped into right field. Kim Sung-yoon cuts it off, but Chae Won-jun is going to be on base with a 1-out single. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. My buttons work. Thank you, Jim.
지민 플라 슈퍼채티드 9.99달러. 고 삼성.
Quickly, there goes the old no-hitter, ladies and gentlemen. Chae Won-jun does have plenty of speed, but please remember that the ground is soaking wet, which makes it very difficult to get a good spot on the field and also to slide, as that's a swing and a miss from Park Gun-woo. So Park Gun-woo DHing today. Both of these teams have their main outfielder, probably their best outfielder, DHing today. Gu Ja-wook DHing for Samsung, and then Park Gun-woo DHing for NC. Both of them in the 3 spot. Both teams leading off with their shortstop. So, and cleanup hitters, both of them foreign hitters, the number 1 and the number 2 hitters as far as home runs go in the league. Davison really turned it on at the end. Diaz kind of fell off a little bit, as that's going to be another slap into right field. He's going to keep him over at first base, but that, ladies and gentlemen, is back-to-back singles, and Harado finding himself in a little bit of trouble early. Gotta make sure my mic is working. NC, Samsung has the better bullpen, definitely. But, I mean, both bullpens are well rested, so it's not too big of a deal either way. All right, Matt Davison just steps in, and that's going to be another stroke into center field. That should score Chae Won-jun. He rounds third. The throw in is over the cutoff's head, and just like that, NC takes an early 1-0 lead. Single, single, single. The story of my life, or the story of this first game. I'm not sure why I get these all these extra little chats in there, but key player of the day has to be Diaz. No question. Just because, you know, he did lead the league in home runs, set the record for home runs by a foreigner. Pakanu really struggling on that round as that misses outside and it's 1-1. So Guanidong, lovely holder of probably one of the most unique stances in the league. And that is in the dirts. Ball 2-1. Corrado does not walk too many guys. On the season, 197 innings on the season, and only walked 40 batters. So really, you got to get to him. You got to hit him basically. He did also lead the league in innings by quite a bit, as that's a strike on the outside, and it's 2-2. 197.1 innings. Second in the league was Ponce at 180. So, 17, basically 2 extra games is what he threw in the regular season. 2 extra complete games, not just games, 2 extra complete games. All right, here comes the 2-2, sets up high, and it goes up high, and that's going to be ball 3, our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Conmino will step out in front of the plates in a little chitty chat with Gerardo. Matt Davison step off, step back on, and 12 pitches for Gerardo so far in this first inning. Yeah, 1-0 to start. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop taps the bag, throws to first, and that will be a 6-3 inning-ending double play. But NC goes up early with 3 straight singles. We'll go to the bottom of thy first. Double check, get on my. Yeah, and I'm still not quite all fixed and set up. I'm still trying to set up a few things as I go. There we go. All right. We should. So, yeah, basically, the way it works is the home team starts out 1-0. They have a 1-0 lead going into this series, which means that in order for NC to win, they have to win both games. If NC ties one game, they actually lose the series. So NC has to win both games. It has happened one time in the history of the KBO, and that was last year when KT took both games against Doosan. Yeah, so basically every little thing you see on the screen, from the camera to the border to the chats, the Dreads Rock TV to the names, the logos, all of that is individual little images that I've loaded into a program. And basically that program runs the whole stream that you guys see. And then I have various little controllers that I push to do certain things. There's a swing and a miss there. So like Guchang Mo there, he just threw his first pitch. So I hit a button, it racks up his first pitch. And then another, since it was a strike, I hit a button and it shows the strike. All of that, I had to reset up everything. So that I can bring each individual thing. And it's very time consuming as that misses inside. Ball 1-1. Very time consuming because I have to set everything individually in these specific places, and that's what causes all the problems. And that's going to be a ground ball up the middle past the diving second baseman. And that is going to be an infield or a leadoff single for EJ Hyun. There goes that no hitter, ladies and gentlemen. And there will be no hitters. No hitters today. Gu Chang-mo is. NC won't have a home game unless they win win this series, and then next series would be SSG would have the first 2 home games, and NC would have the second 2 home games, and then back to SSG for game 5. Welcome back, Flashy. Yeah, it is a very confusing setup thing, as that's going to be a bunt, pulls it back, and that's going to be in there for a strike though, and it's 0-2. Kim Young-jun, young backstop. I was couldn't decide if I was going to use English or Korean there. Kim Sung-yoon having a fine season, a 331 on the season for him. But right now he's down 0-2. And he catches him looking on the outside, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that color-coded K's, ladies and gentlemen. Color-coded K's for today. 0-2 pitch, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher, and he didn't throw it in the other batter's box. Kim Sung-yoon was expecting it, but that brings up Gu Jao. No, we're still runner on first is EJ Hyun. Plenty of speed, but again, it is wet out there, as that's going to be a ground ball foul, and it's 0-1. Gu Chang-mo has started 3 games. Again, he has a long history of pitching well when he pitches, but he also has a long injury history. In his short KBO career, he's always seems to be getting injured. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside and misses low. Ball 1-1. He went to do his military service. He came back, but then he got injured again. So he's only pitched in 4 games this year. He has 3 starts. He is 1-0. The one win that he has was actually in relief, as that misses outside, and it's 2-1. I don't know. Like Samsung plays extremely well at home, but right now NC is playing ridiculous. And the 2-1 is going to be a ground ball. Davison touches the bag, fakes the throw. He freezes EJ Hyun and then tags him. What a heads-up play by Davison. Good Lord. It was a thing of beauty, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go to the second inning. It's 1-0 NC. Davison gets a shot right to him, steps on the bag to get Gu Jauk, and then fakes the throw to second base, to the shortstop over at second base. And that freezes EJ Hyun, thinking he needs to turn around and come back. And then Davison runs him down, tosses to the shortstop, who tosses back to Davison, and he uses all of his frame to tag him out. So that'll go down as a 3-6-3 double play. Hirado is really good. He pitches a lot. For Samsung, he doesn't give up a lot of runs. He doesn't give up. He doesn't walk a lot. He's a very good pitcher. He's not gonna blow people away. I mean, he led the league in innings. I believe he led the league in quality starts too. Led the league in complete games and complete game shutouts. Doesn't strike out that many, 142 strikeouts in almost 200 innings. So he's less than an inning, a strikeout an inning guy. Kuchang Mo again. He's only pitched 4 innings this season, or 4 games this season. Only 14 innings, 14.1 innings. So yeah, he's a contact pitcher, but he can strike you out. The thing with Hirado is he has a lot of pitches. He's a guy that 145 on his fastball, but he's not overwhelmingly using his fastball. All right, to top of the seconds. Yi Sung leads things off, and that is a shot going to the left field, and that's going to be off the wall. He slips there at second in the warning track, which is going to make Yi Sung easily head over to second base with a leadoff double. And Samsung has the easiest stadium to homer in. MLB, I don't watch MLB anymore, so I mean, he's not a guy that's going to strike out too many, but he's also not going to walk that many either. Oh, yeah. As he lays off of that, it's ball one. ERA 260. I think he was fourth in the league in ERA. As the 1-0 drops down the bunts, it's catcher's going to take it, throw to first, and he's out. Almost thought he was going to be able to get that in, but the sacrifice fly or sacrifice bunts goes 2-4, and that moves Yu Sung over to third base. Thank you, thank you. All right, so 1 out now. That's brings up Soho Chol. Sorry, Kimmy Jeep. Kimmy Jeep is a guy that does strike out a lot. He has good power, but he also has pretty bad contact skills. As he swings and misses there, and it's 0-1. All right, the 0-1 pitch just sets up on the inside just at the knees, and he fouls that away and quickly falls behind 0-2. I just have a Elgato Wave 3 because I have Elgato Wave 3, 2 Elgato Stream Decks XLs, Elgato Stream Deck Mobile, Elgato Pedal, Elgato Key Lights, Elgato Light Strip. So it's just easier if I do everything Elgato just to be able to control everything through the through just the Stream Decks. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up with a glove on the ground on the outside. He throws it in the dirt on the outside, and it's now 2-0. Goes from an 0-2 count to a 2-2 count, just the way the KBO drew it up. Yeah, I don't have an XLR input. That would be the most ridiculous thing in the world. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and he rolls over it, but gets foul, and it stays 2-2. Throwing the sliders. Actually, maybe a change up or curve. He throws 4 pitches. Fastball mostly 31% of the time, 145. I already kind of talked about that. Change up 22% of the time. at 134, and that is way, way outside as he looks like he just lost his footing there and runs the count full. Second full count of the day so far for NC. The 6-3 double play in the first one, in the first inning. Rocking the Jordans on the mound. And the 3-2 pitch fouled away again. 23 pitches so far, Gerardo, for 1.1 innings. Yeah, with the Elgato Wave 3, I like the software is just amazing for me for what I do. Is that's going to be a ground ball. And he's going to barehand it, throw to first in time as he tags him. But a run is going to come home as there was no other play there. And the leadoff double earns themselves another run. Great play by Kim Young-un over there at third base. He running forward is barehands it, throws across. Not a great throw, but Diaz grabs it and tags him right at the same time. And 2 away. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Kim Young-jun. .232 on the season for Kim Young-jun. Probably the catcher with the most raw power, I would say, is that's a strike right down the middle, 1-1. Had himself a fine start to the season, cooled off a little bit. 18 homers on the season. And the 1-1 misses outside at 2-1. Again, he is young. Born in 1999. He is 25 years old. He has not had his 26th birthday yet this year, as that's going to be a broken bat, ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws to first, and 3 away. But we'll go to the bottom of the second with NC up 2-0 on an RBI groundout. Leadoff double sacrifice scores them a run. Gerardo's still sitting okay with his pitch count, though, despite getting kind of knocked around a little bit. He's doing okay with his pitch count, and that's going to be pretty big. He's going to throw 90 to 100 pitches for Samsung. I don't know, Jim. I was actually just thinking about that the other day. I'm sure they get something. But I'm not entirely sure. I remember reading something somewhere about it, but yeah, I don't know exactly. I do know, so in the regular season, teams control where they sell their tickets at. So there's 2 teams, Kium and Doosan, that sell theirs on Interpark, and then NC sells it on their own sites. KT, like a lot of the teams have their own their own apps that you can purchase your tickets on, and then Lotte also has their own sites, and then a lot of the teams use a ticket program called Interpark or Ticket Link, but in the playoffs, everything is through Interpark, so everything is controlled. 안녕하세요. 대중교통법과 All right, so we here down on the bottom of the second inning now. Diaz will lead things off. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. QWER, like the keyboard? So that's misses up high, and it's down low, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch down in the dirts and rolls away. Anya for the K-pop Andalayo. Wino. Here we go. The 2-1 pitch to Diaz. 314 on the season, 50 home runs, and swing and a miss there, and it's 2-2. I did go see. Hopefully, I don't break anything when I take this thing off. And that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman, it grabs it over on the dirt, throws over to first. It's a high one, but it's 1 away. Did go see G Dragon earlier this year. Whee. All right, Kim Young-un holds up there, and it's up high, 1-0. There. And another 1-0 just barely catches the inside corner, 1-1. The 1-1 is swing and a miss. Oh, 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch. The crowd is those that are in attendance that happen to be some NC fans making their voices known. And the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Kiwi, do you know who that is? Oh yeah, the regular season almost every weekend and holiday game in the country sells out. Is that's going to be a ground ball through Davison? That's going to get down into the corner. Kim Young-un does have some speed. He is going to cruise into second base with a 2-out double. One out double? Did I say 2? I did see twice. Whenever I went to the twice open for Coldplay. Kang Min-ho calls time. 1 out, runner on second. Kang Min-ho, 269 on the season, and dropped down a little bit in the lineup, and looks at strike one. And it's 0-1. Cool and Turtles. And slaps foul out of play, 2-2. Yep. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Looks him back, throws across the diamond. Kim Young-un is going to still head to third. He didn't look him back all the way. He kind of looked him back before he fielded the ball. Then once he fielded the ball, he didn't look back at him. And that made Kim Young-eun able to easily get over to third base. Heads up base running, once again, awful fundamentals in the KBO. There are 2 outs now, bringing up Kim Ji-chan. And that's in there for a strike. Doesn't look him back after he fielded him. He looks to his left. Again, he fields it easy fielded ground ball over at third base. Doesn't look him back. He kind of looks over to him before he fields the ball to see kind of where he's at, I guess. But then he does not look at him once he fields it. So he didn't go all the way back. All right, the 0-2 pitch to Kim Ji-chan. Chokes up way on the bats, sets up way outside, and throws it into the dirt way outside, and it's 1-2. Kim Ji-chan at 281, dealing with a lot of injuries. Was in the leadoff spot earlier in the season, but he's not the 330 average guy that he was last year. So they've moved him down in the spots in the lineup because E.G. Hyun has done well at the top of the lineup. That is in the dirt. It's blocked by Kim Young-jun, and it moves to 2-2. 27 pitches now for Guchang Mo. 10 in the first, 17 so far here in the second inning. He's got a runner over at third base. Has to be careful not to get that into the dirt where Kim Young-jun isn't able to block it. Loves to throw that fork ball. 23% of the time he's throwing his fork ball. Difficult to control. Again, forkball and splitter are pretty much the same thing here in Korea. As the 2-2 pitch up high, ball 3 runs the count full. First full count of the day for Samsung. Kim Ji-chan, I believe, is the shortest player in the league. As here we go, the 3-2 pitch sets up on the outside just at the waist, and that's going to be a ground ball. Davison is going to take it himself, and they strand the runner over at third base. A 2-out or 1-out double, not able to get him on, and we will go to the third inning. Exactly 0. That is slightly less than mine, Jim. Slightly less. $19 pitches in that inning, putting him at 29. NC Dinos will flip the lineup back up to the top. They'll have the 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up. As Samsung and Harada look to keep this close and try to get to that NC bullpen. Guchang Mo, again, I talked about it. He's only pitched in 4 games this season. He started 3. His last game, he threw 78 pitches in 4 innings out of the bullpen. So 80 pitches is probably going to be his limit. Again, sitting at 29 through 2 innings so far. What's going to happen when that second time he gets through that lineup? NC, their biggest issue is they just do not have starting pitching. Their best starting pitching, Riley, they had to use on Saturday because of they had to win because Hanwha blew another 9th inning lead and allowed KT to tie the game. So because of that, NC had to use Riley on a Saturday to get the win. As that's in there for a ball. 1-0. Kim Ju-won flew out to right field in his first at-bats. 0-1 on the season. Hey, he is. That's is in there for a strike on the outside. What are you talking about, Kiwi? Yeah, another 1-1 pitch. Yeah, they did. They only listed 2 hitters, An Hyun-min and Park Jun. The player for I don't remember his name. Plays for Doosan, infielder for Doosan. And spins out of the way, 2-2. You sure about that? And the 2-2 fouled straight back, stays 2-2. League MVP listed in the league. Susu. Right here. And that misses, and it's a ball 3. Runs the count full. Another full count. Third full count of the day for NC. They're 1 for 2 on, or sorry, 0 for 2. That misses outside, and he walks him. Leadoff runner on base. And Serrato just doesn't quite have it today. Yeah, I love that the player, the only thing listed he has is 2025 draft. That is his highlight. 2025 draft. It's not a cycling stolen base unless they steal first on a strikeouts. I will stand by that. All right, after the mound visits, Chaewon Jun steps in. He singled and scored a run back in the first inning. Win or wow, ladies and gentlemen. Win or wow. This is up high, ball 1. Just walked a guy again. He does not walk many. Walked 1 in his last game, 1 the game before that, 2 the game before that, 0 the game before that. Misses again, and it's 2-0. Yeah, another 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Way, way out in front of that curveball. All right, the 2-1, Kim Ju-won sitting over at first base. And he goes, but it's fouled away, 2-2. A late jump. Definitely. They definitely have the advantage in game 2, though. Samsung would throw Won Tae-in, and then NC would throw Logan, who is not good. All righty, the 2-2. That's going to be a ground ball. Hirado grabs it, wants to go to second, but he's wisely stops flips it over to third or first, and that's one away. Yeah, is that what he is? Yeah, he had a one game. He's he's got a one game winning streak and a foul to right back 1-1. 0-1. Logan's a guy that what he's going to end up doing. He's pitched awful all season except for 1 month, which is the only reason why he's still in the league. And then what will happen is he'll play really well in the postseason, and then NC will sign him to another year. The same as Hernandez and Reyes. Reyes last year for Samsung. And Cuevas, yeah. Cuevas, Hernandez, and Reyes didn't pitch well in the regular season, but they pitched well in the postseason, and suddenly their teams were dying to re-sign them. All right, the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike on the outside. I don't know what he's thinking about. It caught quarter of the plate. All righty, the 0-2 pitch doesn't get him to chase low, and it's 1-2. And Norado mainly throws three main pitches, but none of them are overwhelmingly. 36%, 31% of the time is his fastball. Off of that, a changeup 22% of the time as he makes sure Kim Ju-won is not getting a good jump over there at second. A two-seam 18% of the time at 144. And then also a curveball 11% of the time, 128. So that is a foul away on the outside. 44 pitches now for Hirado. 13 in the first inning, 15 in the second inning. Already 19 here, 16 here in the third inning with just one out. Running into some full counts already today. Yeah, as the 1-2 is going to ground ball to Diaz. He scoops it up, steps on the bag, but that'll move Kim Ju-won over to third base. That brings up Diaz. Down, 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 down. Yeah, lays off of it, but it does catch the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Davis with an RBI single in his first at bat, so 1-for-1 on the day. And he really came on late in the season. Just he had some injury issues once again. As the 0-1, a big swing and a miss at a fastball up at the zone. He doesn't walk a lot, or at least he didn't before, and that's probably why they signed him. Is the 0-2 way up high. Well, I'm sure what their reasoning and their thought behind it is they look for a guy that's made it to the MLB. Yeah, that's what usually happens. They look for a guy that's made it to the MLB, and that's like, oh, he made it to the MLB. He's got to be great. As the 1-2 swing and a miss at a pitch up at the top of the zone, and the first strikeout for Hirado is a big one. as they leave one runner on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 NC. Yeah, so a lot of these teams, they're like, "Oh, he made it in the MLB, fantastic." Well, they have this infatuation with two things. Thank you, Ron. This massive infatuation with two things. One, did they pitch in the MLB? And two, they love speed. Uh, NC has been really good with their foreign picks. I mean, they had uh, Eric Fetty, who won the MVP. They had Chris Hartz, who plays for San Diego now. Those were in back-to-back years, so they were thinking maybe another lefty. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't look at their MLB. I look at their second league and their Double A and Triple A, and see what they did that. There you go, NC. Take it from Kiwi. He is the number 2 fan of the day. All right, I think we should be back. Leading things off for Samsung, bottom of the lineup, Pak Sung Gyu. You'll have the 8-9 hitters coming up. Gu Chong Mo, 29 pitches, 10 in the first, 19 in the seconds. And a 1-out double, but wasn't able to bring him home, as that is in the dirt. 1-0. Really? You only picked one? You just picked Hanwha? All right, the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be ripped. A great stop by Kimmy Jeep and throws. And that, ladies and gentlemen, just saved extra bases for Lee Sung Gyu. Kimmy Jeep, one step, throws his glove up to the air, makes the play. And 1 away. Ryuji Hyuk out on the mound, or stepping in now. And way down in the bottom of the lineup, he's been up and down the lineup, having a really solid season as he fakes the bunt and watches the pitch go right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Whoops, wrong side. Yeah. And he didn't walk a lot of guys in the minors either. Yeah, it's the 0-1. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. My preseason thoughts. I distinctly remember him because I was like, I thought he was going to be actually pretty good. I was 100% wrong, as that just misses outside, and it's 1-2. So what I said about him. And he catches him looking at the top of the zone as I'm trying to look at my preview. Flips the lineup back over. EJ Hyun. 2 strikeouts looking now. All right. They'll look to Logan Verrett and Riley Thompson. Verrett had decent numbers in AAA and AA. What really stands out is his ability to keep the free passes to a minimum and also keep the ball out of the outfield stands. Those are 2 big things that I think are important in the KBO. Yeah, as that is going to be lifted into center field. It's going to drop in front of Chaewon Jun, and EJ Hyun is on base for the second time today. Da 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 da. Yeah, I actually thought Riley Thompson was going to be the one that's got taken out early. At Logan Barrett's. It was a rain delay. As that's a liner right to the second baseman, and that's will end the third inning. We'll go to the fourth. It's 2-0 NC. Samsung just can't get it going. They get runners on, but nothing with it. They are now 0 for 5 with runners on base. Wu Chang Moon is sitting nicely right now. Only 9 pitches in that inning. 38 so far on the day versus Hirado, who's ran into a little bit of trouble early in this game. No, they can't actually. They don't have visas to stay year round. So they are on what is it? It's an athlete's entertainment sports visa. I think it's like an E7, E1, E1, I believe, is an athlete visa. Uh, so they're allowed to be here for the season, but I don't know if their visas expire as soon as the season is over. But a lot of these teams, what they do is they actually they provide housing for the players. So they would lose their housing as soon as the season is over. Yeah, visa issues are not fun. I'm going to immigration next week on Tuesday. Yeah, I know there's some that have stayed, but they don't stay too long. As that misses up high, ball on. Yeah, so I know. Yeah, he still hasn't gone home. He sent the wife home, but he didn't go. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Guani Dong, a 6-3 double play, and that's going to be a ground ball. A second baseman into the grass, spins around, throws to Diaz, and that's one away. Told his wife to go home. I'll meet you there, and then decided not to go, I guess. But I know, like, those people that have E2 visas, like teaching visas, they like their contract would be 1 year, and then they have 1 month afterwards. Because that's in there for a strike. 0-1. They yeah, their visa is 1 year plus 1 month. So once that visa is over, then they have 1 month to leave, I guess. As that misses outside 1-1. EU Sung out on stepping in. He doubled and scored a run back in the second inning. A leadoff double, went over to third on the sacrifice bunt, and then came home on the groundouts. That misses up high, 2-1. He's a YouTube star now. Maybe. I know there's a bunch of legal issues going on with their whole YouTube thing. That's Mrs. Lowe, 3-1. Did you read about that, Kiwi? Uh, just a sec as the 3-1 pitch misses outside and walks him. Second walk of the day. So the company that's originally had them, I think it was like the Bulgot Yagu team originally had them, is suing them for basically doing the exact same thing and taking all the players and all of that stuff. I couldn't understand all of it because it was since it was in Korean, but I know there's it's like a C1 studio and something else. You'll have to have the wife translate for you. Well, I think that's why because they had to delete a bunch of episodes from YouTube. I guess like C1 Studio uh, used copyright laws on YouTube to make them remove a bunch of the episodes, like the first 5 episodes or something. As the 0-1 is going to be a ground ball, a shortstop into the hole, throws to second and then to first in time. A great play by EJ Hyun to get the 6-4-3 inning double play as we go to the bottom of the fourth. 2-0. NC. Yeah, because and I told you that that other group created the Breakers, and everybody's favorite announcer plays for them. It's my All right, we've got the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for Samsung. Beautiful double play, deep in the hole. EJ Hyun, probably the best defensive shortstop in the league. Actually, the best all-around shortstop, I would say. Between actually both of these, for NC and for Samsung are the two best all-around shortstops. The best defensive shortstop plays for Hanwha. He just has no offense ability whatsoever. All right, so we should be coming back. I hate how they don't have the time up on the top like SPO TV and stuff does that tells you when it's coming back. All right, here we go. Gu Jauk, 38 pitches from Guchang Mo. 0-1 on the day for Gu Chang. Rounding into a 3-6-3 double play. And that's in there for a strike. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. And then the 0-1 pitch just catches the top of the zone, 0-2, and he calls home to mom to complain. Kiwi, did you notice that the numbers, the fan numbers are now in the chat? All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up way in the other batter's box, misses badly. That's going to be trouble. Guchang Mo, the throw in time. He jumped off the mound. I was worried about him slipping there with how wet the grass is. I don't know. I don't know if he became a naturalized citizen or not. And the reason for that is in order to become a naturalized citizen, you have to pass it's called the Korean Immigrant Integration Program. It's KIP. You have to pass level 5 in order to become a naturalized citizen. Or maybe that's just the permanent residency. But anyway, Diaz 0-1. 4-3 ground out in his first at bats. Up and in there, 1-1. Yeah, and the 1-1, a swing and a miss, 1-2. Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of naturalization and immigration stuff is all based on money. How much money do you make? That is a huge thing. But I do also know it's easier if you get married to a Korean and then get your naturalization. It's much, much easier. As the 1-2 swing and a miss on pitch outside the zone, and that's two away, and the third strikeout of the day for Guchong Mo. First strikeout swinging, too. Gets him on the slider off the plates. Yeah, they are looking out of it. When was the last time Samsung played? Oh, they did play two. That is a crush, but foul. Well, they played Saturday. I mean, they actually fielded a full team, too. And the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. Yeah, and 0-2. Yeah, Samsung is not looking good. Both teams really do look flat. I wouldn't even say it's just Samsung. NC came out quick with the three straight hits to get them up on the board, but other than that, no team has really looked good. The 0-2 is lifted up into center field. In front of the warning track is Chaewon Jun, and that's three away. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the first 1-2-3 inning of the day. We'll go to the fifth inning. It's 2-0 NC. Yeah, I really don't know anything about any of it. I've just heard or read random little tidbits. Yeah, I knew it wasn't long after he divorced his American wife that he got remarried in Korean. But I don't really follow, I guess, what you would call celebrities. I don't even know if he was knocking at my door, if I would even know it was him. 48 pitches now for Guchang Mo. That is huge. 10 pitches in the first inning, 19 in the second, 9 in the third, and then 10 just in that inning. So three really solid innings, just that 19 pitch second inning versus Gerardo. Just 10 pitches in the last inning because he got that inning ending double play, but he's sitting at 59 pitches through four innings. So neither pitcher is setting too horrible, but again, I'm worried about Kuchang Mo. I think he's going to be limited to about 80 pitches. But at the same time, NC's bullpen is not very good. I would say they have one of the weakest bullpens in the league. All right, Kimmy Jeep will lead things off here in the top of the fifth. Gerardo again is sitting at 59 pitches. And that's in there for a ball. No, no K zone on the screen suddenly. Again, KBS or KBO has a ABS system, so the ball lights up yellow or green depending on what it is. Is that's ripped foul, and it's 1-1. Nah. Hooty doo love yoli day ho you sung swing. And that is a strike at the bottom of the zone, 1-2. Cheon June and Yu Sung definitely benefited from that trade as Kia is already golfing as the 1-2 misses up high. 2-2. Actually, I would say Kia is probably down in Ulsan right now for the Korean Fall League. And the 2-2 fouled away, stays 2-2. Kimmy Jeep, a 5-3 RBI groundout. All the way, chala, hooty doodle singly we hey. That is lifted up a right fielder, Kim Sung Yoon, under it and makes the play. Brings up a Kim Young Jun. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, so KBO really plays year round. But so what happens is they have the fall league, which is they go down until November. And then they'll have usually like closing. Then they'll have like a closing practice. And then they have like a couple weeks off, and then they're back to playing again. Kim Hyung Jun lifts that one at the track. At the track. Goodbye, baseball. I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. And finally, it just got over the wall. Like I said, he's probably got the most pure power of all the catchers in the league. That's a big home run. Yeah. Solo homer. All right, Kim Ju-won now steps in, and that is lifted into the gap. That is going to be trouble as it drops in front of the left fielder. And he is on base again for the second time. Yeah, it is 105 meters, 43-degree launch angle. That was a moonshot. It landed in the first row. All right, so Chaewon Jun steps in, 1 for 2 on the day. Single with a run score in the first inning. We've got a mound visits. Single with a run scored in the first inning, and then a 1-3 ground out back in the third inning. You gonna start singing the apartment song? They're getting loose in the Samsung bullpen. This is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. Chaewon Tae warming up again. Chaewon Tae is one of the worst postseason pitchers that I have seen. He was not good when he was at NC. He was not good last year for LG. He is really not a good bullpen. He is not a good postseason pitcher. He is a middle of the road pitcher that they try to pretend that he's a top of the rotation guy, as that's fouled away. So bringing him in as questionable. The thing with NC is they're not one hand heavy. And what I mean by that is the 0-1 pitch here is that misses down and away. If you look at Samsung, EJ Hyun, lefty, Kim Sung Yoon, lefty, Gu Jauk, lefty, Diaz, lefty, Kim Young Un, lefty, Kim Ji Chan, lefty, Yu Ji Hyuk, lefty, 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 lefty. So when you bring in a lefty that can throw a good slider, they're not playing well. They're not hitting well. That's why versus NC, where you have back and forth, is that's going to be off of Hirato's foot, and that's going to be an infield single. Off of Hirato's foot, and that is just the way Samsung's day is going, ladies and gentlemen. It bounced and hit off the bottom of Hirato's foot, off of his cleats. And all right, Park Ganu steps in now, 1 for 2 on the day, a single back in the first inning, and then a ground ball to Diaz over at first. That's going to be a chopper. Shortstop is going to throw to second. The throw to first, not in time. Does move the runner over to third base, but the runner's now on the corner for Davison. Pakanu is really hurting. He did his best to beat that out, but did he hurt himself even more? Oh, runners on the corners now. Hirado trying to get through the fifth inning. 72 pitches now. Davison steps in. RBI single in the first inning. The one strikeouts that Hirado has was Diaz, or was Davison. Swing and a miss there. Strike one, 0-1. 2 outs now. This game could either be still a game or ready for tomorrow. One of the two, ladies and gentlemen, is here comes the 0-1 pitch into the dirt, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 misses outside, a 2-0. 2-1. Can't even count anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Can't even count. Might have to get the old NC Dinos sword out. Start swinging that thing around. What's back, Arpo? As Pakanu will be done for the day. Here we go. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. He knows he just missed that, and it's 2-2. Taking over at This is Pak Young Bin. And the 2-2 is going to be lifted, and that's going to be a running, jumping, but not able to catch it is Kim Ji Chan, and that bounces into the outfield. And that's will be a ground rule double. Did it bounce? It looked like it bounced into the wall. Yes, it was a ground rule double. But Pak Young Bin was running on that play, so I don't know what they're going to do here, but I do know at least one run is in. So runners now on second and third. That's ground rule double actually just cost them a run. And that is popped up Guanidong, center fielder under it. And 3 away, but a solo shot by Kim Hyung Jun. Then a single, and a double puts NC up 4-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It is not looking good for Samsung. Thought you said that they were going to win the championship, Arpo. What happened? Huh? Corrado not doing well today. Another 19 pitches there, 78 for him. It's all your fault, Arpo. That is undeniable. 100% your fault, Arpo. And they'll have Kang Min Ho leading things off as they try to at least get 1 or 2 back. NC's bullpen is bad. Like, that's the thing is NC's, their bullpen is just not good. Uh-oh. Kim Young Jun taking off the equipment. Wow. Kim Young Jun, who just hit the solo shot, is now coming out of the game. So Kim Jung Ho will take over. So just in that inning, they did score 2 runs. They scored 2 runs, but they lost Park Geun-woo, who came out, and then they lost Kim Hyung Jun when he was warming up. So 2 of their starters are now done. What's a Kang Min Ho will greet to Gu Chang Mo when he looks to just strike one at the top of the zone. Calm down, Arpo. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Last year, first year KT defeats Doosan in both games of the wild card to advance. NC sitting in nice and pretty right now, up 4-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. As that misses outside. But again, they just look flat. He's gripping that hand. Yes. Still out on the mound. As that is a foul away. Pitching nicely, only 52 pitches. "52 pitches, 3 strikeouts." Yeah, another 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it up to his feet, rushes the throw, but it's still in time on a 2-hopper. He got up to his feet quickly, but again, situational awareness is not a strong point for a lot of these KBO players. He goes down to his knees to make the play and gets up and throws it just a 1-hopper over to first base. But Kang Min Ho was running. He's a catcher. He's not fast. As Kim Ji Chan backs away there, and it's 1-0. Yeah, Mongomi, like the horizontal stream has the pitchers and strikeouts and all of that stuff. As he pulls the bunt back, but it's in there for a strike. Well, good luck, Arpo. Go take a nap. Kim Ji Chan 0 for 1 and grounded out to end the second inning with a runner over at third. Yeah, now the 1-2 misses low. 1-1 misses low. 2-1. Chang Mo dealing nicely today. Again, 10 pitches in the first inning, and 9 in the third inning, 10 in the fourth inning. He's got 8 so far here in the fifth. And that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside. That's ripped, but foul. Little kick save by the first base umpire. Yeah, the thing, Jim, is Guchang Mo has only pitched in 4 games this year. This is his 5th game. He's never pitched over 80 pitches. As that is going to be trouble. But playing way in makes the catch on Kim Ji Chan, and that is 2 away. Jim, this is where you put your $2 down. Big swing and a miss there. Yeah, he was injured. That's why he was DHing. And then when he was running to third back in the first inning, he was kind of grimacing. That is turned on. Goodbye, baseball. That got out in a real big hurry. All right. Now, at least Samsung is on the board. Yuji Huck, the number 9 hitter, 0 for 1, struck out looking in his first at bats. In there for a strike, and it's 0 1. Jim, did you do that? Did you put the $2 down? And here we go. The 0 1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman fields it, throws over to first. And that will be the end of the first half. We'll take a little bit of a break. I'll be back in about 2.5 minutes. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we's be back. Parado still out there on the mound. Again, NC's now without 2 of their main offensive threats. Okay. Kim Young-jun out with looks like a hand injury, and then Park Geun-woo out with now a hamstring injury. Yu Sung will lead things off. He's doubling a walk. He's been on base both times and looks at strike 1 down the middle, and it's 0-1. Oh, Harado not pitching his best, but the game is still definitely not out of reach by any means in the KBO world, as that's fouled away 0-2. So never over I thought you said the eighth inning, Arpo. All right, the 0-2 pitch to EU Sung. That's fouled away. Stays 0-2. And then the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be lifted as center fielder given chase under it and makes the catch. All right. A big inning here. Soho Cho again having the 6, 7, 8 hitters. So that's misses outside. And in there for strike at the top of the zone, 1-1. Da, 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 da. Why not? All right, the 1-1 pitch to Soho Cho, way outside at 2. And another 2-1 pitch, way outside again. Yeah, Narado, not a guy that walks a ton of guys. He's pitched well against NC on the season. 4 games, 3-0 with a 2.10 ERA. Welcome, Steve. As that just catches the bottom of the zone, runs the count full. Steve, I hope you have the super big passport, because it seems like you are going to a different country every single vacation, man. And the 3-2 is popped up. Will it get out of play? Kim Sung Yoon slides, but it's almost hits the Kim Jin Ho fan, and we'll have another pitch. Steve, did you get to watch any German baseball then? Here we go, the 3-2 pitch, and that is going to be lifted, but just foul. Another long shot. That's the one you get. I know, because in the US you get to, there's 2 passports. You have the regular one and then the thick one, the double one. But if you're renewing it, like in Korea, then you automatically get the double. And here comes another 3-2. That's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman. Picks it up, throws over to first, and 2 away. Kimmy Jeep steps in now. 90 pitches for Hirado, as this should be his final inning. There's a chance that they would send him back out. And that's just misses outside. 1-0. Kimi Jeep 0 for 2 on the day. RBI ground out in his first at bat. The RBI 5-3 ground out. So that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And then a flew out to right field. I don't I'm not sure as that is in there. I know there's tourist visas, and then there's a D10 visa as the 2-1 pitch catches him on the outside, and it's 2-2. There's a D10 visa, and that is a employment seeking visa, and that runs 6 months. But you have to have an actual place to stay and all of that. So I'm not sure. As the 2-2 rolled over, third baseman grabs it, throws across the diamond to get the other third baseman, and that is 1-2-3. First 1-2-3 of the inning for Samsung. As we go to the bottom of the sixth, it's 4-1 NC. Okay. Canadians, those dang Canadians. Three 90 days, so basically 3 months. The final day on Gerardo should be 6 innings, 95 pitches, 61 for strike, 8 hits, 1 homer, 2 walks, 1 strikeouts, 4 runs, all earned. As sitting at 95, you have to think that they're going to go into the bullpen now, bring in Chaewon Tae. But as far as Samsung, this is going to be probably one of their best chances. As Guchang Mo is out there again after the break. He just gave up a home run to Lee Sung-gyu. They're going to have the top of the lineup. This is the third time that they've seen this pitcher. So if they are going to get the comeback, now is the time to get a couple of those runs. Yes, nothing says being warm like wearing a mini skirts, a padded coat, and knee-high padded boots. I will never understand fashion. Never in my life will I understand fashion. His first pitch is low. Oh, well, maybe he swung and missed. I couldn't quite see. All right, EJ Hyun, 2 for 2 on the day. A single in the first, a single in the third. And the 0-1 pitch. That's fouled away, or 0-2. And EJ Hyun, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Samsung. All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up at the waist and fouls that one away down the right field line, but gets out of play, and it's 0-2 still. Jam, you have to learn all these cheers for next year, too. As here we go, the 0-2 pitch. A mosquito flying around my apartment. That's another long fly ball. This stays 0-2. 67 pitches now for Gu Chang Mo. All right, the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Gu Chang Mo sticks the glove out, stabs it. Underhand toss over to Davison, and that's 1 away. Would have been a single up the middle, but Gu Chang Mo makes a nice stab off the mound. As they say, pitchers are not athletes. But Kim Sung Yoon steps in now, and this is where you got 4 straight lefties. And that is ripped into right field. He is going to be on base with a 1-out single. All right, Gujauk has time to show why he's the Capitan. Got to get at least one run back right now in this inning. A little mound visit to talk to Guchang Mo. Again, the most he has thrown on the season was his last game where he threw 4 innings out of the bullpen, 78 pitches. Before that, 73 as a starter, 49 as a starter, and 50 as a starter. So, like I said, 80 was what I was expecting out of him today. It looks like they're going to let him have maybe this inning. Gujauk steps in 0 for 2 on the day with 3 outs. Looks at to strike one at the bottom of the zone, and then once again whines and complains about it. Is such a crybaby. That is why nobody outside of Samsung likes this player. Yes, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike. And another whine and complain. Yep. Jim, have you ever seen a player whine and complain so much about pitches down the right in the strike zone? All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up way outside in the other batter's box, and that's going to be a liner right to the shortstop off his chest, throws to seconds for the first outs. No, I'm still watching on TJB channel 6, I think, or something like that. All right, Diaz steps in. Still got to watch on these low rates, low budget channels. All right, Diaz sets up on the outside, and it's right down the middle. 0-1. Diaz 4-3 ground out in his first at bat, struck out in his second. Huge postseason last year. I mean, the playoffs, so it can't get much later. As the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. The only thing I can think is maybe since it's a holiday or something, I don't know. It's the 1-1 pitch. Sets up outside, and that's going to be off the handle. Davison grabs it, underhand toss to Guchang Mo. And that's will end the inning is once again hitless with runners on base. We'll go to the 7th inning. It's a 4-1 NC. It is a time for the bullpens, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the bullpens. Crazy. 0 for 7 with runners on base. 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position is Samsung. All right, we should be into the bullpen now. And I'm going to make the guess. Hello, Junior. All right, let's see what who they bring in here. Is again, I think Corrado is going to have to be done. He's at 95 pitches. Guchang Mo, on the other hand, just at 75. I'm sure he is also done though. Is They were trying to get to 8 innings or trying to get 80 pitches out of him. Are they really going to bring out Parado again? No way. All right, we're back. Top of the seventh. And I'm waiting for an update. They're going to have the number 9 hitter coming up, and Gerardo's still out there. And that is a leadoff single by the backup catcher. Backup catcher. Starts the inning off. I can't believe they sent him back out there. 95 pitches, and you send him back out there. He obviously just doesn't have it today. Unbelievable choice by the Samsung manager, and then he's still out there. It's a Kim Ju-won. Strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Guess they're like, hey, you're a foreigner. You're gonna throw 100+ pitches in what might be your last game in the KBO, or at least I would think that Samsung would re-sign him, but here we go. The 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. The second baseman turns, throws to short. Don't even try to throw to first, as Kim Ju-won is way too fast for that. So the 4-6 putouts leaves the runner over at first base, brings up Chaewon Jun. Very, very surprising to see him come back out. And Chaewon Jun, 2 for 3 on the day, singled and scored a run in his first inning. 1-3 ground out in the third, and then a single back in the fifth inning. Looks at strike one, and here we go. The 0-1 pitch at number 100 on the day, and that is popped up. Center fielder under it, and 2 away. All right, so Pak Young Bin, will he come in? Nope, Pak Minu. Oh, Pak Minu pinch hitting here for Pak Young Bin, who pinch ran for Pak Ganu. Paka 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 paka. All right, here we go. First pitch up high, ball 1-0. 302 on the season for the NC Captain. Injury late in the season has kept him out of the starting lineup. Normally would be playing second base, or has also played some first base instead of Davison when Davison was out. And the throw is into center field, but the second baseman backing him up is able to make the play. That, ladies and gentlemen, was an awful, 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 awful throw. I think they score another run. That was airmailed into the grass. All right, and that is into the dirt, and that's ball 3, 3-0. Pinch hitter, and you throw 3 straight balls to him. Here we go. The 3-0 pitch. Walks him on 4 straight pitches. That brings up Davison. This could be the end of the game right here, ladies and gentlemen. Runners now on first and second. They're going to come out. Again, I cannot believe they sent him back out to start this inning. They're not pulling him. They didn't get a ball from the umpire, so nope, they are going to pull him. That'll be it as Chaewon Tae comes in. We'll have our first pitching change of the day, ladies and gentlemen. First pitching change of the day. Chaewon Tae. No, they just expect Torado to throw 100 pitches every game. He is definitely, again, he's without a question the workhorse of this team. They're going to have Won Tae-in tomorrow, who is one of the best young Korean pitchers. I can't imagine that they're going to have Carabito. I would imagine that he would they would have rather have Chaewon Tae or Won Tae-in with the game or the season on the line, and then because again, if this score holds, they have to win tomorrow. Well, I guess tie, but yeah, Hirado just did not have it. Chaewon Tae out on the mound again. He is the one that I talked about that is one of the worst postseason pitchers that I remember. Well, little postseason will go into last year. As far as ERAs, he had an ERA of not even registering. How many losses did he have? He had 1 loss last year. 1 loss and didn't even have that. But yeah, he is just not a good playoff pitcher. Matt Davison steps in. He is 2 for 3 on the day, a single and an RBI, a strikeout and an RBI double that would have been a 2 RBI double, but it bounced into the over the outfield wall. Oops, wrong side. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch to Davison, one of the most dangerous hitters in the league. And he pops him up. Kang Min Ho giving chase, but it will be a souvenir. And it's now 1-1. 8. No, I could see 3 more runs, but I couldn't see 4. But then again, if Samsung comes back, then because we're into the bullpens now, but only with 2 innings left, or I guess 3 technically, as he hits him. Never mind. Like I said, he is one of the worst playoff pitchers. Yeah, poor kid. Daddy spent his college fund on tickets. What's up, Stephen? Nice of you to join us. NC is, and they're looking to do it a little bit more. Guangdong in the dirts. 1-0. He says, get somebody else up. This guy's awful. They could have asked me. I would have told you not to bring him into the game. I would have told you not to even put him on the roster. Actually, I would have told you not to even sign him as a free agent in the offseason because he is not good. So we'll have a little mound visit. Looking at it, he's like, how do I do this? Don't worry, be happy. Yo Song, he was a closer for a little bit. Not good either. Yeah, except they take buses here, Ron. No. They were just buying time. That will be it for him. Like I said, come to me for all your advice because the teams should probably follow that advice also. That's will be it for him. We'll bring in the lefty. Lee Sung-min. Because they don't listen to me, Jim. I don't know why they signed him. They spent way too much money to sign him in the offseason because he's not a great pitcher. They signed him like he was a one or two pitcher in the league or one or two pitcher for a team, but he's like maybe a 5. Like I said, I told you he's just not good. But they'll have a lefty coming in. All right, we'll try this again. Lee Sung-min out on the mound now. He'll have a 1-0. Yeah, you're shaking your head like, why did I even have him? It's amazing how the guy sitting in his apartment streaming the game can tell you how dumb you are with nearly 100% accuracy. Lee Sung-min, 62 games, 64 and a third innings, 3 wins, 2 losses, 8 holds at a 3.78 ERA. Opponents hitting a 2.49 against him. It's amazing, Jim. It just baffles my mind. It's the 1-0 swing. I guess that you call that a swing. But Guangdong, a 6-3 double play, a 4-3 ground out, and a fly out to center field, 0 for 3 on the day. Stefan, what did you have for Chuseok? As that misses up high, 2-1. Did you have some Songpyeon? Here we go. The 2-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. That is ripped, but foul, and it's 2-2. Bases loaded, 2-2 count, 2 outs, number 5 hitter on in deck. This, ladies and gentlemen, will decide if, I don't know, Chris. This pitch will tell you right now. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch. That's a ground ball. Shortstop over to his right, throws to the second baseman, and that's will be 3 away. They leave 3 more on. They've left 7 on, but we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 4-1 NC. Leaving the old bases juicied. For 3. Will that be the game? Will that be the deciding part of the game? Leaving the bases loaded after they brought in 2 relievers to get 1 out. Samsung will have their 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up here in the bottom of the 7th. Of their 5 hits, Kim Jong-un does have 1 of them. All right. Sounds good, Steve. Enjoy some Germany. I'll make sure that Korea is still here when you get back. See who is coming in for NC. Kim Young-gyu will come in to pitch for NC. Why is my Korean not working? All right, Kim Young-gyu out on the mound. He will face Kim Young-hoon, who was 1 for 3 on the day, fakes the bunt, but it's right down the middle. Oh, Kim Young-gyu, 45 games, 44 innings, 4 wins, 3 losses, 21 holds. Thank you, Inya. Inya Handball League. The 2.86 ERA. Kim Young-un 1 for 2, swing and a miss, and now it's 0-2. Chun Jae-won takes over in left field for Guanidong. And the 0-2 misses just outside. And now left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Jae-won. And that is in the dirt, runs the count to 2-2. I don't know why it says 1 month. I really don't understand that. That misses low. Ball 3, runs the count full. Flashy, flashy, flashy. It's not over. Swing and a miss as he swings at a pitch in the dirt. Same old, same old. Guy cannot lay off of the pitch in the dirt. So just keep throwing it there. He'll eventually swing at it. That's a regular swing for him. That's why I don't understand how you guys put money on it. Like, I understand maybe a 5, 10 here or there. Like, it'd be kind of fun. But swing, maybe a tip into the glove, but 0-1. I don't know how you guys do it. It's like I'm pretty good at guessing who's gonna win. But the over unders and all of that, man, no way. And there's some days that there's no way I would even touch a game. But it's your money, not mine, as Kim Young-gu, 1-1, is going to be a liner caught by the second baseman. Just everything coming up NC today. Not in this league, Jim. No way. There are occasions that I would do overs, depending on who the pitchers are, of course. But again, you can't even bet in Korea, so it doesn't really matter. I feel like if I did bet, it would change how I did streaming anyway. Sure you do, Flashy. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch to Kim Ji-chan, and that is in the dirts, 1-1. Kim Ji-chan 0 for 2 on the day. Ground ball to the first baseman in his first at bat, and then flew out to the left in his second. A little soft little fly ball. Doesn't have much power. Yeah, pure contact guy. And the 1-1 misses up high. 2-1. All right, you guys heard it here. Flashy has told you. Yeah, this is the 2-1 pitch. Just misses low. 3-1. Well, I don't know why he's trying to frame that. It's the ABS system. There we go. The 3-1 up and in. That will walk him. That brings up Lee Sung-gyu. Lee Sung-gyu has the one run for Samsung as he had a solo shot in his last at bat. Just a reminder, a tie game gives Samsung the series win. As Samsung starts with a 1-0 lead in this game. Like a slow pitch beer league softball starting with a 1-0 count. $11, I believe. But maybe they didn't change this. That misses outside. Maybe, again, the reason why Stefan asked that is because up until last year, well, up until this year, there was 12 innings of extra innings. But this year they changed it to 11. And I don't know if they changed the playoffs. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. So Lee Sung-gyu, a 5-3 ground out in his first at bats, and then they solo shot that got out in a hurry back in the fifth inning as that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 now. They've had plenty of opportunities to get some runs, but they are 0-7 with runners on base today. Way outside at 2-2. 0 for 2 in the first inning, 0 for 2 in the second inning, 0 for 1 in the third inning, 0 for 2 in the sixth inning. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and they go 0 for 1 this time, and they are now 0 for 8 with runners on base as we go to the eighth inning. It's 4-1 Samsung. This is a team that cannot score outside. They are, yeah. This is a team that they are absolutely ridiculous at home. That's what's so surprising. But again, they have Guchang Mo, who is much different. A lefty. So Samsung at home, 41-30, a 577. Did they lose again today? I saw they scored at least one at let's see, is Isung Min still out there, or did they bring in somebody else? Da-na-na. Yeah, the lefty is still out there. All right, Isung Min is still out there. Yu Sun. It's going to be a slow grounder to the third baseman. Grabs it, throws to first. In time. Okay, I'm back. One pitch, 1 ounce. It's the way you want it, right? All right, So Chol steps in. Sacrifice bunt in his first at bat, a 6-4-3 double play in his second, and a 4-3 ground outs. Brings up. And that'll be it for him, though, as we'll have another pitching change. But you only pick winners, Flashy. There's another pitching change. Yay for pitching changes. Non-stop pitching changes. The KBO loves pitching changes. Yeho Song coming in. This is an interesting choice. Again, he at one point this season, he was the Samsung closer. Good old KBO. Gumby making. All right, so we should be just about so back. Yep, there we go. So Iho Sung out on the mound. He'll face Soho Cho. Are you 58 games, 55 and a third innings, 7 wins, 4 losses, 3 holds, 9 saves, and a 6.34 ERA. Got it. That it's guaranteed, Kiwi. Got to get that money back. Got to win that money back. All right, Soho Chol. Again, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice on the day. Iho Sung. First pitch outside, ball 1. NC had the third worst bullpen in the league. No, fourth worst bullpen. Number 6 bullpen. Just in front of them was Samsung with the number 5 bullpen, as that's a swing and a miss at a 148 up in the zone. Good luck, buddy. The Maroons versus the Vipers. All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees, and a curveball slapped, but foul. 1-2. Jim, did you take Samsung? His hat looking like a Sudoku puzzle with all the numbers on it. The 1-2 pitch in the dirts, 2-2. Nice 45-foot curveball. All right, the 2-2 pitch, curveball. That's a slap to the right side, and another single for NC. They just don't stop. Again, 6.43 ERA, bringing him in and bringing him in here in the 8th inning of a 3-run game. I lost his job as a closer, and you bring him in. That's a good idea. All right, Kimmy Jeep steps in now. Misses outside, ball 1-0. I would go the opposite way. Well, if NC loses, you can't. Swing and a miss. 1-1. LG Twins fan working on his dance moves. Hanwha fan back behind him. He's got he's got the Children's Day hats and a umbrella sword. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not a. I hate these hats. I hate KBO hats. There's the 1-1 in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Kimi Jeep 0 for 3. 5-3 RBI ground out in his first at bat, a fly out to right, and another 5-3 ground outs to end the 6th inning. The only time NC has gone 1-2-3 today. This is the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside, and that rounds it to the third baseman, who throws across the diamond and 2 away. Does move the runner up to second base, though. Bringing up the number 9 hitter. All right, Kim Jong-ho. 1 for 1 on the day. Ground ball. Third baseman throws across the diamond, and that's 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Samsung down their final 6 outs. It's 4-1. Even another one on. They've left 8 runners on. 8 runners. Yeah, the only time it ever happened was last year with KT, but Doosan was not good last year. I don't think they were very good at all last year. I don't think they've been very good for a while. The other teams have just not been as bad. KT was a better team last year. Again, I picked Doosan to not make the playoffs this year, and they pretty much have the exact same team that they had last year. Oh, Samsung. They've got to get their runs this inning. That's all there is to it. They're gonna have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up in this inning. If they don't score here, then you know, you can pretty much say it ain't gonna happen. Who's gonna come in to pitch? Is Kim Young Gyu still gonna stay out there? Nope. Jun Shi Min will come out to pitch. All right. 9-1-2 coming up for Samsung. They have got to get a couple this inning so that they can flip the lineup back over next inning if they've got a chance. As the first pitch is fouled away. I was too busy watching all of the other stuff. Jun Samin, Samin, not Shimin. 74 games, 82.1 innings, 13 holds, a 4.26 ERA. And that's just misses outside 1-1. Yuji Hyuk 0 for 2 on the day, struck out looking in his first at bat and a 4-3 ground out in his second at bat. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's his fouled away. Yeah, for my belief, if a number 5 team is going to make it past this round, they had to be a team that's had bad injuries, got healthy at the end, and yeah, that's the only thing I can think would cause a team to be able to beat the number 3 team from the number 5 spots. As the 1-2, it throws it behind him. 2-2. Welcome back, Arpo. It's like he lost his footing there. Yeah, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Slapped foul. Stays 2-2. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has to be a team like that had really good starting pitching, but their starting pitching ended up getting some injuries, which is why they dropped so low. And then they get their starting pitching back. That's why they ended up in the 5th spot. So that they would have really strong starting pitching, because to make it past this round, you really need, as a number 5 seed, you really have to have 3 really solid pitchers. Sure, Arpo. Does not go around. Check over at first, but or third. Nope, he did not. Runs the count full, 3-2. Third full count of the day for Samsung. They're 0 for 2 in those. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch. Misses outside and he walks him. That flips the lineup back over. Like I said, this is the inning that they've got to get at least one run back, two preferably. So that means that they would have flipped the lineup back over next inning also. All right, EJ Hyun steps in. He is 2 for 3 on the day. Up high, ball 1. Home runs are rally killers, Arpo. Home runs are rally killers. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws to second, through to first, and that is the opposite of a home run. 6-4-3 double play. That is probably the game. All right, Kim Sung-yoon singled in his last at bats, 1 for 3 on the day. That's ball 1 inside, 1-0. And he fouls it into the catcher's glove, but 1-1. No, NC played. I would say EJ Hyun. He's 2 for 4. As in the 1-1 pitch. Fouls that away, but nope. And Kim Ju-won right in the line, and that will be 3 away. Once again, 0 for with runners on base as we go to the final inning and 9th inning. It's 4-1 NC. I think with Logan starting tomorrow, who has an ERA of almost 6 against Samsung, like I don't know who else would start. The only other, maybe Shin Min Hyuk would start, but again, he has an ERA of 4 against Samsung. Won Tae-in will start for Samsung. And he was 2-0 against NC on the season. So, yeah, exactly. And they made the playoffs. That's a big thing. But we'll have the 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for NC in the top of the inning. Eo Sung is done. Pei Chan Sung will come out. Arpo's favorite pitcher. Bae-chan Sung out on the mound. Third pick in the draft, I believe. 65 games, 50.2 innings, 19 holds, a 391 ERA. He throws hard, but he is a little on the wild side, ladies and gentlemen. A little on the wild side. He'll face Kim Ju-won, Chaewon Jun, and Park Min-woo. Misses, almost hits them in the foot there, and it's 1-0. Kim Ju-won 1 for 3 on the day, been on base twice. I think he went around. He did, and it's 1-1. Pitch in the dirts. I'm gonna have a check swing video replay. Again, they're allowed 2 a game. If they win both of them, they keep them, I guess. Definitely wins. He almost went all the way around. Like 75% swing. All right, the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Kim Ju-won versus Bae Chang-sung, a 2 for 2 on the season with a home run. And sets up just above the belts. Ground ball, third baseman throws. 1 away. Brings up a on June. 2 for 4 on the day, a couple singles, a run scored, and 1-3 ground outs, and a fly out to center field. Neither one of these teams want to do anything today. Swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. All right, the 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and he went around. Is he gonna? Are they gonna video replay this? Thank you, Harpo.
아포 슈퍼채티드 3.55달러.
comes. All right. I was seeing which one ended first. The check swing video replay or the lady. And he did go around. Definitely, Jim. Cheerleaders and drums over ghost runners all day. All right, the 0-2 pitch now. And that's in the dirt. I don't know if I can even do that. Oh, I can. Oh, sweet. Oh, and in the dirt.
스테판 슈퍼채티드 0.81달러.
The vowel battle. And the 2-2 pitch fouls it. All right, 2-2 pitch in the dirts. 3-0 runs the count full. Fifth full count of the day for NC. They did have one walk. Other than that, it's all been groundouts. And the 3-2 pitch fouls that one away. Stays 3-2. I just love it because it's Konglish. Like, as the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And that brings up Minu. Here we go, Minu. Walked in his only at bats, and that's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. And he pinch hit in the seventh inning for Pak Young Bin, who took over for Pak Ganu. And then the 0-1 pitch just catches the outside of the zone, and it's 0-2. Yeah, and here we go. The 0-2 pitch up high. 1-2. Both of these teams had yesterday off. They will have, what is today? Monday. They'll have a Wednesday off. He's only 18, too. 1-2, swing and a miss. That'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. The Samsung's got to score 3 before they give up 3. Final chance, ladies and gentlemen. Final chance. I wonder, maybe he's 19. He was the 3rd pick in the draft. Yeah, nope. He is 19. No. He's a New Year's baby. So he's 19. He'll be 20 on New Year's Day. Third pick in last year's draft. Kim Jin-ho coming out for NC. What, again, one I would say is one of the weakest closers in the league. All right. We'll have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. Back to back to back home runs, ladies and gentlemen. What do you say? Back to back to back home runs? All right. Gujauk steps in. 0 for 3 on the day, courtesy of 4 outs. There was a ball somewhere. That is in there for a strike, though. And it's 1-1. 76 games, 20 holds, 6 saves. Again, 3.36 ERA. They have been trying their best to find a and misses outside to find a closer. Here we go. The 2-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside. That's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop bobbles it, gets it, throws, not in time. Reaching on the E6. They might try to give him a hit on that. Nope, they gave him an error. All right, Diaz steps in. 0 for 3. This is up high, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside, just above the knees. That's right down the middle, and he knows that that was the pitch. That's why they're backup players. Harpo, the 1-1 misses outside. It's 2-1. The announcer, make out grounds quick. Yeah. And the 2-1, he swings at ball 3. That would have actually probably gotten away from the catcher. It was so far, might have even hit him. Yeah, he slaps himself in the head, saying, man, why did I swing at that? Here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside. That is going to be a ground ball lined right at the first baseman. It hit the ground before Davison throws to second base, then they throw it to first. And just like that, 2 away. They're going to replay this. I know they're going to replay this. They have to replay this. Wow. Davison. Oh, it one hops right to Davison. He gets up, throws it to shorts. Then they throw it back. And 3 away, or 2 away. And that's misses outside. What a play. Davison, 2 great plays defensively, 2 big hits offensively. The 1-0 swing and a miss at another ball. I'm like, what's going on? And then I realized he's probably got electromagnetic. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch. Misses outside at 2-1. And way inside at 3-1. Kim Ji-chan home run to tie it. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm on vacation, so I'll do tomorrow. I'll do game 1 of the next round, and then Sunday. That misses up high, ball 4. Well, welcome, Kenny. Well, Kenny, he didn't see it. It wouldn't have mattered. He didn't see it. He definitely didn't see it hit the ground. He was thinking that what he was thinking is that Davidson caught it on a line, and that so he needed to be at first base because otherwise he gets doubled up. All right, here we go. Oh, 2 outs. NC's got to hold on. Again, Samsung tie. If they were to come back, a tie would actually give them the victory, as that's in there for a strike on the outside. NC also using their bullpen today. Without a doubt, Kenny, you should have seen them whining about pitches almost down the middle. As the 0-1 is fouled away, 0-2. Down to their final outs. And the 0-2 pitch, way outside as he steals second. Get those stats padded, buddy. With good reason. Banned. Gumji. As the 1-2 is fouled away, stays 1-2. We'll do this again, ladies and gentlemen. Beep, beep. And on the 1-2 pitch, sets up on the outside just above the knees. Swing into the glove. That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. As NC comes out early, and once again, Samsung unable to do anything offensively. I want to hear it. Oh, it doesn't do it because I don't have alerts on this one. Can I go back? Ah. Dang it. I don't... Stefan, I don't have alerts set up on this. I haven't had time to set everything up. Wah, 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 wah. NC Dinos, Samsung Lions, yes, so bad. Hanwha Eagles is the best. There, how's that? Wah, 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 wah. Let's go NC Dinos. Samsung Lions is so bad. Hanwha Eagles is the best. It doesn't have the same flavor. But I'll get it fixed tomorrow or overnights. Again, I was thinking it was a 5 o'clock game today where I would have had enough time. But anyway, NC gets the big win. Obviously, a massive win for NC. They came out early. Chaewon-jun a single, Park Kanu a single, and then Davison an RBI single to put them ahead 1-0 in the first inning. Second inning, a leadoff double by Yu Song, sacrifice, and then an RBI ground out to put them up 2-0. That was all that they actually needed. Fifth inning, Kim Young-jun, solo shots there, and then a single, and another RBI double from Davison. Would have actually scored 2 runs, but it was a ground rule double. The runner at first had to go back to third, and then he was hit by a pitch later. Davison, they're probably going to say Gu Chang-mo is the player of the game, but without a doubt, Davison is the player of the game. Goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, a single, a double, a hit by pitch. 2 huge defensive plays that most people will not talk about. won the ground ball to him. He touches the bag, fakes the throw to shortstop over at second base, which causes EJ Hyun to have to freeze to come back to the bag so he doesn't get thrown out. But again, the throw caused him to freeze, was able to throw the shortstop and then throw back to first for the tag. And then picks the ball, throws to second to get the lead runner, then steps on the bag for the return throw for another double play. So 2 huge double plays for Davison, 2 big hits coming up big with RBIs. So obviously Davison has to be the player of the game. Gu Chang Mo pitched fantastic. I talked about it earlier. I wasn't sure how he was be pitching. This is the first time he's pitched away from home. Again, he's had lots of injury issues. Only pitched in 4 games, only 3 starts. I expected him to throw 80 pitches. He threw 75 pitches, 6 innings, 75 pitches, 5 hits, did give up that 1 home run. No problem. Thank you, Armand. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm sure you'll be back too. But 3 strikeouts, gave up just the 1 run. Obviously, it was earned on the solo shots. Arado didn't have it today. 6.2 innings, 104 pitches, 9 hits, 1 home run. That was the Kim Hyung-jun moon shots. 3 walks, only 1 strikeout, gave up 4. Yep, same time tomorrow, 2:00. But yeah, up and down the lineup, NC was able to get some hits, timely hits. Samsung had runners on base. They were able to get runners on base. Only had 5 hits, but 3 walks, but they leave 5 runners on. They go 0 for 10 with runners on base, 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. They were hitless once people got on base, which is obviously why they lost. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, same time at 2:00 again. It is a must win for NC. And the reason why I say it's a must win for NC is because the series is now tied 1-1. Even though Samsung has lost, they started with a 1-0 lead. If the game is tied tomorrow, then Samsung wins the series. So tomorrow is a must win for NC. I don't know who they're going to have on the mound. I'm going to guess they're going to have Logan on the mound, who has not pitched well. Samsung should have Wante-in on the mound, who has pitched well. But all hands will be on deck for both teams. I expect Wante-in to pitch much better than Logan, who has just not pitched well. And the fact that he has not pitched well against Samsung, even though he hasn't even pitched in Daegu, says a lot. Logan and Shin Min-hyuk, both of those are the possible starters for tomorrow for NC. They are the number 1 and the number 3 in the league in terms of giving up home runs, playing in Daegu, which is, again, the easiest stadium to hit home runs in. So I assume they're going to go with Logan, who is a lefty, versus Shin Min-hyuk, who is a soft tossing righty. So Wante-in should start for Samsung, which should give Samsung the advantage. I just don't see NC being able to get the win with no starting pitching. The fact that they didn't replace Logan earlier in the season, I think this is where it's going to come down. But then again, Logan could just suddenly be, a pure postseason magical pitcher like last year, like Reyes, Hernandez, and Cuevas all were. So who knows? But what I do know is I am done for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, until next time.